New Rage of Volcano box review. I'm going to be playing this box live on Twitch, twitch.tv/duellinksmeta as soon as the box comes out. I'm giving concept lists. You'll see some gameplay. Let's review the box.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at him. Let's go.
This video is brought to you by the Ridge Wallet. It's light, sleek, and industrial. It doesn't fold or awkwardly bulge in your back pocket. Most people are still using wallets designed back in the day that are big, bulky, and unorganized. The Ridge Wallet is nice and compact. Tired of going to your mother's purse to use her credit card? Hold it in your Ridge Wallet instead. It holds up to 12 cards plus room for cash. And there's over 30 colors and styles, including carbon fiber. Burnt titanium is what I carry. The Ridge team is so confident you'll like it that you could test it out for 45 days. Then you could send it back for a full refund if you don't love it. Oh, you'll love it. The Ridge is the perfect gift. Everyone has an old wallet that they never think to replace. You can't go wrong with something built right. Get 10% off today with free worldwide shipping and returns. Ridge.com/DLM and use my code DLM. Link is also in the description below. What are you waiting for? Get the perfect gift of Ridge Wallet today. Welcome to the Rage of Volcano. We have Battling Boxer, Fire King, Hazy Flame, Lavo, Volcanic, new URSR cards, generic exceeds, and other cards. Let's get to it. Starting off with Battlin Boxer deck type, here are some cards that will potentially support the deck. Goblin Bedurg and Tin Goldfish. They support the deck by helping you make the Battlin Boxer exceed. On summon, they'll summon a Battlin Boxer from the hand. You will get exceeding. Now, here are some Discord concept lists. We have one from Coney Baloney. We have one from Dave. Thank you so much. Now let's look out how expensive the deck is. At the URSR cards, we have Nova Kaiser. 2 level 4s to make this. It will basically be 2500 attack initially because it gains 100 per material on it. If destroyed, it will special summon any amount of battle boxers from the grave equal to the materials you have on this card. So basically, it floats, but it's kind of small. Do we have good support cards for this boss monster? Well, let's see. Headgeared. On summon, send a boxer from the deck to the graveyard. And once while face up an attack, it cannot be destroyed by battle. So we want some synergy with the graveyard. Do we have it? Boom! Battlin Boxing Spirits. Combos from the grave. Well, here it is. You mill the top card of your deck, then special summon a boxer from the graveyard, but you can't activate it unless you already have a boxer in the graveyard. So if you just have this without the headgeared, that could be a problem. But if you have headgeared plus this, you will special summon a boxer that was either milled from this or sent to the grave with headgeared. And there you go. If the combo wasn't obvious, headgeared, mill, spell, exceed Shokan. Now we have Jolt Counter. During the battle phase, all you need is a face-up Battlin Boxer, then you will negate a spell, trap, or monster effect and destroy it. You don't have to tribute your monster. It's a counter trap, so they can't chain Lance. That is insane. But because it's in the battle phase, they might be able to play around it. Well, here are some unavoidable counters. If they try to summon Barrel Dragon after you destroyed a Dark Machine, negate. If they try to activate Barrel Dragon, which can only activate in the battle phase, negate. Winda, negate. Winda, or not Winda, Ver, negates. Madame, negate. Thunder Dragon, battle, destroyed, negates. So it's kind of like Drowning Mirror Force, similar to where the card is only as good as it is unexpected, as it's easily played around, unless you have cards that literally can't really play around it. Boxer Sparer. Specials, if you control a boxer, then you get to exceed Shokan. Very nice. Now, we have the Battlin Boxer Switch Hitter. Now, another downside is this, which the only downside is you can't use your battle phase, so do keep that in mind. Now, Switch Hitter. Specials a boxer from the graveyard to exceed Shokan. You are able to do your battle phase that turn, but you can't make a non-boxer exceed. So you see the theme? This will special to exceed, but no battle phase. This will special summon a monster from the grave, but you can't make a non-battle boxer exceed. So you got to keep out for, watch out for the downsides. Counter Punch. This is a really good card to send with Headgeared. In the graveyard or from the hand, you could banish it to boost up a Battle Boxer by plus 1,000, but because it's level 3, you're not going to exceed with it. You're just going to use it for the boost. Now we have Glassjaw. It's literally glass. He's 2,000, but if attacked, it gets destroyed. Now, if it gets destroyed by its own effect or by any card effect, you get to add a Boxer from the graveyard to the hand, but not itself. Here is my concept deck. It is not optimized. I'm not telling you to play it like this. This is just for understanding the deck and some gameplay and my thoughts. So right away, we could do some good plays. We could summon the Headgeared, activate to send a counter punch, special summon the Sparer, exceed Shokan into the Nova Kaiser. Nova Kaiser gonna be boosted by plus 200. We have the Jolt counter. I don't want to activate the Battlin Boxing Spirits. And you could attach a Battling Boxer from your hand or graveyard to this card as an exceed material. So basically, what we have here is plus 1,000 attack whenever. So essentially, plus 1,000 plus a battle phase negate. That seemed pretty good. That seems pretty good. Headgeared, send a counterpunch, special summon the Sparer, exceed Shokan, again. So what do we have now? Is this just once? Can only use the effect once. So again, another turn 1. Plus 1,200. So we can't activate the spirits. What we do here is we set the Jolt counter. We keep the Veil in the hand. Actually, I like Veil. I like Veil now. I love Veil. Now when they attack directly, we special summon Veil. We gain our life points back. And we maybe trigger Destiny Draw. Maybe. So from the gameplay, look at this turn 1. We have Graveyard Float from the Exceed being destroyed. 3,500 attack. Battle Phase negate. Another turn 1, 3,500 attack. And we also have the Veil. If they attack directly, we could special summon to regain our life, hopefully. Triggers our Destiny Draw. Pretty nice. And then here's even another opener where we had both of the spells being dead. So I'm not a big fan of the spell. I probably will not play it. So that is a good little understanding. Those are my thoughts, that I think that the spell could be a brick. The deck easily summons 25 to 3,500 attack exceed. That if destroyed will likely lead into it being resummoned. Jolt counter is a great counter against Desperado. And the chat thoughts are they want to play with Invoker because the deck is fire. And someone else was upset because we don't have Yoke, which is from the TCG. So they think the deck will not be top tier. Fire King. Let's talk about the concepts. Look at them. Here's some deck concepts from the Discord. Thank you so much for the contributions. Some support cards could be Battlin Boxer Veil. Probably just use it in any deck where you want to trigger D-Draw. And you're going to use the EX Structure deck from the Fire King deck. Only one new card came out, and boy, is it an amazing card. Arvata. This card is so good. You're going to see it so much in non-Fire King decks in addition to Fire King. 1,800 attack, quick effect on the field, negate the activation of an effect monster, but it does not destroy it. And after you negate the effect of an effect monster, you then destroy a fire monster on the field or from the hand that's not itself. So you do need another fire in the hand or in the field to destroy. Now, that's not a downside. That's a benefit. You negate, destroy, then whatever you destroyed, you're going to activate that effect. Now, also, Arvata says if this card is destroyed, you get to special summon a fire from your graveyard, negate it, but destroy it during the end phase. Now, there is certain types of fires that you could summon, so make sure you check the requirement for that, but basically that's what it do. Quick effect, negate, plus destroy a fire to trigger that effect, and then if destroyed itself, special summon a fire from the grave. That is insane. So here's the combo. Arvata is going to negate, then destroy the Garunix in your hand. If not, then when the Arvata is destroyed, you'll special summon a Garunix from the graveyard if it's in the grave. Then Garunix, either if special summoned from Arvata or destroyed by Arvata, you will then summon the Garunix, which will wipe the field of monsters. Here's a concept deck list on a potential way to play. We have the Fire King Avatar. We have the Fire King Island. We can activate the island. If this, during your main phase, destroy a monster in your hand, and if you do, add a Fire King monster from your deck to your hand, that's another way to add the Avatar. So you could destroy the Barong. The Barong, if destroyed, you can add a Fire King card from your deck to your hand, so you could destroy this. Then we can have the Fire King Island activate to grab a Fire King High Avatar. We could then summon the Arvata. Arvata is here. And the Barong, during the standby phase, is going to activate to search for a Fire King card. So we could search for the Circle of the Fire Kings, and then it's our opponent's turn. So we have to be careful about the Arvata because we know. So let's just say we're a fool and we don't know. We summon a Blast Spider. We activate Blast Spider to destroy the Arvata or the field spell. Then the Arvata is going to negate the activation, get negated, do not destroy it, and then it will destroy the Garunix in the hand. So now Garunix, during the next standby phase after this card was destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you could special summon this card from the grave. And when you do, destroy all other monsters. So we're pissed now. So now we swing the Blast Spider in, we take 400. And then we're going to activate the Desperado Barrel Dragon. Well, we baited because we wanted him to negate the Blast Spider and not the Desperado. We activate the Desperado effect to destroy the Arvata. Arvata then gets destroyed, and we draw a card. Now, Arvata says, if this card is destroyed, you could target a Fire Beast, Winged Beast in the graveyard, and then special summon it. So we special summon the Garunix. But then it dies in the end phase. So now, during the next standby phase, after this card was destroyed, you could special summon it, and when you do, destroy all other monsters on the field. So we get to go back to us, we draw, we special summon, we then destroy the Desperado Barrel Dragon, and that's just a quick little concept of how this deck works. My thoughts are Arvata definitely makes the deck so much better. Worst case, your opponent's not going to be activating their monster effects, which is a good thing. It's easily searchable with the Garunix Tiny Bird, the Barong, and the Fire King Island. I'm excited for this one card. This is the card of the new box, I believe. And 5 months ago, this is what my build on YouTube looks like to try to highlight what the deck could do. We really did not do much beyond this. Now the Arvata is going to make this so much better. The chat's thoughts are Rekindling, Yubel, Wolf Bark for Exceed, Invoker, Phoenix for back row. So you tell me what you think about that. Hazy Flame. Support cards could be the Fire King Island with Arvata, as you could play Arvata in any deck you want. So here's some Discord concepts. We have Cog Venom. We got Choppa. Very good. Now, let's look at the SR/UR cards. Hazy Flame Basil Trice. Oh my Jesus. This is a rank 6 Exceed. You could use more than 2 to perform the Exceed. And you could detach a material to banish a monster from the field or the graveyard face up, face down. It don't matter. And also, per Exceed material, it gains additional effects. And in our gameplay, you will see, we could easily have 4 or 5 materials under the Basil Trice, and if you do, it's a god. With 5 materials, it can't be targeted, can't be destroyed by card effects, because with 4, it's untargetable. With 5, it can't be destroyed by card effects. And with 3 or more, you gain 200 per material in the card. So 3,500 attack, cannot be targeted, cannot be destroyed by card effects, and could detach to banish, but then you'll probably lose the effect of not being able to be destroyed. That is insane. Hazy Pillar, a new card that will help us make that god-like Basil Trice. It is a continuous spell. It allows you to normal summon Hazys without tribute. Now, there is a Hazy, the Cerebrius. I don't have it on the screen, but when destroyed, and it can be normal summoned without tributing, you search the Hazy Pillar. So Hazy Pillar searched for with the Cerebrius. And also once per turn, you can attach a material from the hand or field onto your Basilatris. Hydra, another card that's going to help make your Basilatris godlike. If you exceed someone with the Hydra, you get to target a Hazy in the graveyard, equip it onto your Basilatris. So, let's get to the combos. At minimum, if you make a Basilatris, we want to quickly gain 4 to 5 materials through the Pillar and the Hydra. Check out the gameplay and my concept list. And I don't know how this is going to work. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Hazy Flame. Okay. So this could search the spell. That's amazing. So let's draw. We're trying to gear frame. Do we have a search? We had no other search. We only have this. So I guess we're going to discard the gear frame to summon the fortress. And we'll set this. And we'll take this out. Minus 1,500. Then it's going to activate. Your opponent, when this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can add a Hazy card from the deck to the hand. Add the Hazy Pillar. Let's swap on over. Let's draw a card. Well, let's Hatronade. Return. And I'm only so zoomed in so you can see it. Otherwise, I'd play like this. I don't know what's good for you all. Is it better if I go like this? How much you could see? Do you want to see a little bit of their hand? You tell me. Hatronade. Hazy Pillar. You can normal summon a Hazy monster for 1 less tribute. So we want to summon the Paratin for 1 less tribute. And then you could send a fire from your hand to the graveyard and tribute this card to special summon 2 Hazy Flame from your deck. So we'll discard a Hydra and the Paratin. And this is a once per turn. Okay, so we're going to summon a Sphinx. And we're going to summon a Hydra, right? We could do more than 1 Hydra effect. Okay, Hydra. Then we're going to do Sphinx. Now, we are playing with the skill Prescience. You could view the top card of both players' decks until the end of the 5th turn. So we know the top card of our deck. We're going to call it correctly. So we declare monster, spell, or trap. We send the top card of our deck to the graveyard. If it was called correctly, you special summon a fire monster from your hand or your graveyard. So let's do it. Let's mill the top card. We called spell because we have Prescience. Then that's going to summon another Hydra. Holy mo... So this stacks? When it is exceed summon, you could target a Hazy Flame in your graveyard. How many do we have in the grave? We have 2. So we overlay 3 to make Basilatris. Then we activate the effects of Hydra in Hydra to equip the Paratin and equip the Cerebrius. So how many materials we have? We have plus 1,000 attack. We are untargetable and indestructible. Holy moly. Okay, we're going first. Pillar. Additionally, summon the Paratin. Paratin, discard the Cerebrius, tribute itself to summon a Hydra and a Sphinx. Sphinx, mill the top card of our deck, then summon. We summon. Then we exceed Shokan into Basilatris, equipping the Paratin from the graveyard and activating Pillar to equip from the hand. Turn 1. Turn 1. Can't be targeted. Can't be destroyed. What the? Holy moly. My thoughts are 2 duels in a row. We were able to make a 3,500 attack, untargetable, can't be destroyed by card effects. New Cocytus is here. The Cocytus is back. It is vulnerable to backrun bricking. You must open up with the Pillar or the Cerebrius to search the Pillar. The deck will lose to Cosmic. Cosmic will banish the Pillar, but it's a super sacky, wacky deck. Glass Cannon, making a 3,500 attack. Cockatiss, and banish monsters on the field and or in the graveyard. That is nuts. Levels. Let's talk about levels. We have concept lists from the Discord. Check them out. There are so many of them. There's a lot of different ways to play this. Invoker might be the way. There's just so many builds. And support cards could be Dealings, Gold Sark, maybe this Exceed. I won't even really talk about it. Any generic Synchro you can make, it's going to be a Synchro deck, not an Exceed deck. Now, back in the day of February 2019, the deck was really good, and it looked like this. What's the new card? Well, Ultra Rare Rekindling. This card is nuts. It was limited to 1 in the TCG. You special summon fires from your graveyard with 200 defense, and then they get banished in the end phase, but you're going to do something with them. You're going to synchro with them before they get banished. You summon as many as you can with your 3 monster open slot fields. So it's not as broken in the TCG as they could summon 5. You can only summon 3 here, but let's figure out how to break it. Possibly the new levels suck and it's just Rekindling, so I'm really not going to talk about this card either. Just Rekindling is the one card that if this deck is good, it's going to be through Rekindling. So here's a little concept deck list where I focus on the Blast and the Rekindling. So I'm either going to mass synchro with Rekindling or I'm going to blast their fields with the Dust Flame Blast. Both of them require your Lavels in the graveyard. So with the Lavel spell that sends 2, with the Volcanic Wall that mills off the top of your deck, Needle Nest that mills off of your deck, Dark World Dealing to draw and discard, that could all help to fuel your Rekindling and your Blast. So that's going to be the main way to win. It's a combo build, no cannon plays, focus on milling, blasting, and rekindling. I struggled a bit in our gameplay. I was playing a different version with the cannon. I think that this version is a bit better if you could draw the blast or the rekindling. It's a combo heavy deck, very difficult to pull off the combos, but what is a combo if you do pull it off? Rekindling into your level 2 or level 3 tuner, and then you have your level 4, 1, and 6 non-tuners. All the combos that you could do off of a 2, 3, 4, 1, 6 non and the tuners are as such. You could make Quarion, you could make a level 9, 8, 7, 6 synchro plays. Here's just an example of your synchro deck, and you could possibly even exceed if you want to. So you play whatever access to what synchros you have to make your big rekindling plays. Rank 5 exceeds. What can summon these rank 5 exceeds? Well, we have Noble Knights, Onomat, and Thunder Dragons, which are notable good decks that could summon these newly released rank 5 exceeds. Volcasaurus destroys a face-up, deals half of its attack, but you then cannot attack directly, but you could still attack. It's pretty self-explanatory on what to do and how good that could be. So let's move on to Tiras. Tiras, 2 level 5s, cannot be destroyed by card effects. After battling, and it must survive that battle, at the end of the battle phase, destroy a card in the field. So any deck that destroys by card effects, counter, could be Cyber Dragon, Noble Knights, Desperado. If you could protect your Tiras against these decks, from them attacking over it because you're protected from the card effect destruction itself, you could then get plus in with Tiras as you destroy cards on the field after battling. So enough of the rank 5 exceeds. We are now in generic exceeds. Violin de Sigma. 3 level 4 monsters, 2500 attack. Once per turn, detach to suck an attack position effect monster. And it could suck multiple times. It is once per turn though. So detach, suck, next turn, detach, suck. Then in the damage step, destroy an opponent's monster where their attribute is the same as the equipped monster. So if you equip a light monster, you destroy light monsters at the start of the damage step. What decks that are good can abuse this? Magnet Warrior, Satellar Knight, Yosenju, Onomat, Noble Knight, Megalith, and Windup Smiley Face. Now we have other ultra rare and super rare cards. We have the Coach, Soldier, Wolfbark, top tier Fire Fist back in my day, long time ago. We need better Fire Fist Exceed to make use of this. So right now, we're kind of just waiting for it to become good. It might be good in the future, who knows? Not on summon, it will, while face up, you could special summon a level 4 fire beast warrior from your graveyard in defense, negate its effects, but you're going to exceed with it. So it's a really good way to rank 4 exceed. Exceed Wrath. Holy moly, this card is a really good card. Hopefully a deck like Noble Knights will make good use of it. It's continuous. If you have an exceed on the field, then you get to use the effect. The effect is discard a card to negate and destroy a level 5+ monster. It is once per turn. You do have to discard, and you do need an exceed on the field, but it's always face up. It's continuous. So what has a level 5 or higher monster that activates, that has an effect that you could negate with the Exceed Wrath, negate and destroy it? Well, every single deck on the tier list. Noble Knights itself, the Madrat's level 5 when equipped, so you'll negate it. Desperado, Black Wings, Blue Eyes, Cyber Dragon, Ritual Beast, Witchcrafter, Kristrons, and Thunder Dragons. This will hit every single deck. The downside is you do need an Exceed. It's not going to be so good going second. You do have to discard. It does lose to Cosmic Cyclone, but it counters all the top tier decks, so maybe we'll see use of it. Star Drawing. Such a basic, nice little card. If you exceed with it, it then becomes level 5 or level 4. Whatever you want it to be, level 4 or 5, you don't have to activate. It just becomes that. So if you have a level 5 next to it, like a Kaiser Vorse Raider, it is just, boom, level 5 for the Exceed. And you draw 1 when the Exceed happens. So it's a 4 or 5 plus draw. Then you also could just make a whole deck around it. So this was a little deck concept with the Tin Goldfish, Goblin Bedurgs, a Butterfly, the Vorse Raider, and the Star Drawing to just make a bunch of rank 4 or 5 Exceeds. And that's the end of the review. The new box gameplay will be on Twitch when the box is released. Twitch.tv/Duel Links Meta. Tell me in the comments, what deck do you want me to focus on? Play Battlin Boxer, Fire King, Hazy Flame, Laval, Volcanic. I don't think we really talked about that. We removed that because that is part of Axel and not a part of the new box, really. Any of the new URSR cards, maybe you want me to play a Star Drawing deck? Are you out of your freaking mind? Whatever you want, have at it. Fools!